Good morning, children. Today I am going to explain the data type. Okay, so be careful and alert. So now, what is the data type? Okay, what is the data type? Data type means what? It tells what type of value we want to store. What type of value we want to store in a variable. Clear? So now, for example, you can see here int a equals to 10. What is the meaning of this one? A will hold 10, but what type of value A is holding here? A is taking 10, or 10 is what? Integer. So that's why, my dear, this int is what? Data type, because this one is telling here that A can hold what type of value? Integer. So int means integer. Okay. So now here 10, same thing I have written here. Here 10 will go into the A. So now look here, there are types of data types. So simple. Before that, just again I want to explain here. Suppose you are writing here char p. So means what? P can hold character type value. Same thing here. Now you come here. Double x means what? X can hold double type value. Double type value means what? 2.5, 3.3. This type value can store. Okay. So same. Now if you are writing float, float is another data type, float. What will you write here? Float, float, float p equals to 2.3. So double and float, same value it can store. So my dear, data types means what? What type of value any variable is storing. So say now come on the types of the data type. There are two types of the data type, okay, primitive and non-primitive. Now we will discuss here one by one. So primitive means what? Primitive means what? These data types are predefined data types. Predefined means what? पहले से define किया हुआ, inbuilt data types. और sir, there are 8 primitive data types. How many? 8. It is also called fundamental data types. It is also called fundamental data types. Okay, so predefined means पहले से define किया हुआ, defined by the developer, Java developer. So there are 8 primitive data types. There are how many? There are 8 primitive data types. So write down here. First one is what? Byte. Second one is what? Short. Third one is what? Int. Fourth one is what? Long. These 4s are what? Numbered for the numbers. Okay, these 4 will represent here numbers. Next one is what? Float and double. Float and double. These two, these are also for numeric values, but with fraction. Fraction value के लिए use करेंगे. Next one is what? Char, to represent any character. Last one is what? Boolean. So now one by one I will explain here. Clear? Look here. First one is first 4. First 4 means what? These 4 to represent integer value. Okay, so now first 4 I am explaining here. First one is what? Byte. Byte used for smallest integer value. Suppose 2, 3, 1, this type of value. Okay, short. More than bytes capacity. Bytes means what? 4, 5, no. 10, 20, 100. This type of value you want to store, then you will use what? Short. So byte and short both are used to represent integer value. But what is the matter here? Only the capacity size. Now next one is what? Integer, int. This its value means what? In this we can store more than the short value. Short means what? 1000, 500, 10,000, 20,000. This type of value if you want to store, then you can take here integer. The last one is the what? Long. This is for the highest value, longest value of the integer. Large value of the integer. Suppose million, billion, this type of value if you want to store. So what you will take, what data type you will take here? Long. Okay. So now next two means what? You can say here next two means what? Float and double. These two numbers I will use to store the fraction value. You can see here. So now float and double used for a small range of fraction means what? After the point 2.334, what place value? How many values I have taken after the point? 3 values. Suppose 4 values, you can take float for the 4 place for after the point 4 values, okay. But if you want to this type of value, suppose 3.4498310, this 10, this type of value after the point, so then you will go for the double. So float is used for small range fraction value, okay, a small range fraction value. For example, float A 2.3, float B 4.98. Now, but double, you see a double used for large range of fraction value, okay. For example, you take another example here, P equals to 2.84398, okay, this one. So this is the difference here, float used for the small range of the fraction value, double for large. Same like the integer, there are 4 there are 4, byte, short, int, long. Here 2, float and double. Next one is what? Char. You see here, next one is what? Char. Okay, so it is used to store any character, which one is given on the keyboards, means what? A, suppose you want to store A, so character always you will store in a single quote, because single quote is representing here what? When you will write in this form, the B is what? Character. Suppose you are writing 5 in single quote, the 5 is what? Character, not integer or any number. So same thing here, you come here, char P equals to, in single quote A, so now A is what? Character. Same thing, character, D equals to single quote, equals to means assignment operator, single quote 5, so 5 is what? Character, because it is in single quote. Then last one, my dear, look here, Boolean, okay, it is used to store Boolean values, Boolean values. Boolean value is what? True and false. True and, you see here, true and false. True and false values are called Boolean. For example, suppose any condition you are checking, if A is greater than B, so what? That condition will return what? It will return true or false, yes, yeah, no. So if you want to store a true or false value, then you will go for the Boolean. So these are the 8 primitive data types. You write in your copy, already you have written in your copy, you try to understand. If any doubt, you can ask to me, okay. God bless you, thank you.